made with tomatoes and onions. For that, I would put about a tablespoon or so of oil. Indian cooking is so versatile, you don't need any special utensils. You can make do with whatever you have. Today, I've chosen to use the electric wok. And I put in about a teaspoon of cumin seeds. The key to adding any spices is you want to cook it well. I prefer to use aroma tomatoes only because it cooks well and the skin is very thin. In this recipe, the spices which I'm going to use are going to be garlic paste and ginger paste. I wait for the cumins to sizzle. The sizzling of the cumin seed is what gives a wonderful flavor to this curry. In India, if the word curry was used, it would mean a dish with a gravy or a sauce. And then I add some ginger paste and garlic paste and stir it well for about 10 seconds or so. And then add the tomatoes and onions. Any onion will do, white onion or yellow onion too. When you're cooking this, each person has their own personality. Some like to brown their onions first, some like to cook it all together, and for me, convenience matters. I just like to throw in everything so I don't have to wait for too long in front of my stove. And for this, some extra spices that I'm going to use is ground cumin. Ground cumin is available in all the grocery stores, or you may easily grind your own. Put it in a little blender, a coffee blender, which is used only for spices. I put about a tablespoon of cumin seed powder and coriander powder, and some turmeric powder, and some chili powder if you so desire. You can easily skip this too. Reduce the heat and cook it for about 20 minutes. You may have to stir it on and off so that it doesn't burn at the bottom. Another alternative would be to add about a half a cup full of oil and cook it so it doesn't stick without you stirring it. But these days, with we all being so conscious about fat intake, I'd rather stay in front of my stove and stir it for about 15 minutes than add the extra oil for convenience sake. So we let it cook for about 15 minutes. After about 15 minutes, this is how the masala will look. The tomatoes have totally collapsed and the onions have cooked well with all the spices. Well, for my day-to-day cooking, I would just add any vegetable or meat or anything in this. But for a TV cooking show, I would rather like to make it very elegant looking. For that, you need to put this whole mix in a blender and make a nice smooth puree. You may want to add a little bit of water to make this blender run smoothly. you would add about a teaspoon or so of salt, that is as per your taste. Now this is the gravy. You can add any which vegetable you want, or you may add chicken, or you may add meat. Usually in India we do not get baby corn. When I saw baby corn in the Chinese supermarket here, I thought, well, why not make a nice curry out of it? I believe these days you are getting baby corn in India too. But when I was growing up, I never saw baby corn. You cook this for about 5 minutes on very low heat. A good thing about curries is if you make it a day ahead, the spices go well, seep into the vegetables, and it tastes even better. So when you're having a big party, it's the best thing to do. Make it a day in advance. The key to any good masala is fresh spices. Now what do I mean by fresh spices? I mean buy spices from a place where there's a good turnaround of spices. I don't mean you have to go to an Indian store. Go to any place where you see the spices have been replaced. Spices have a tendency to get stale and they get oily and rancid. The key to a good masala is fresh spices. Now if you do have spices which are lying on your spice shelf for about 6 months or so, just toss them away. It's not worth using the old spices. It's definitely not worth your time and effort, and the outcome will not be good too. To serve them, you can use it in a variety of ways. You can serve them with pita bread or rice or with bread too. A little garnish of cilantro will just brighten this orange colored curry. Just a nice little bunch of green at the side. A good way to serve this curry is with pita bread. I take the pita bread and cut it into wedges. And I put the curry in a little bowl. And I've decorated such. The food should not only taste good, it should look good too. And a little garnish of spring onions will heighten this effect. I take the green onions and cut off the white part. Just trim off the edges. And then I just slit it out as such. And then I put it in ice cold water. What happens is it curls up. After you take it out from the water, you have this nice curly version of the spring onions. And you can just lay it in between. There you have a wonderful dish made with baby corn, and it can be served with pita bread. As you can see, we made a very quick and easy curry with tomatoes, onions, ginger, garlic, and cumin seed and coriander powder. And it goes with anything that you desire. My kids love it with potatoes. I have a friend who cooks it with chicken, so you can use any vegetable that you want. And you don't have to eat curries only with rice. It goes well with pita bread too. Let's move on to the next dish now.